Happy Friday, Tigers. It's a great day for another episode of News Clues. Today is Friday, December 9th, and you've got news. We're your hosts,
Abby Kane
and Tanner Johnson. Here are today's announcements. Students, 'tis the season of giving, so how about give your favorite teachers a shout out? If you have any free time during your classes, go to the bookmark and look for Joys of December to fill out each of the Google form. Your teachers will be notified of your shout out, and if you're an 8th grader and you don't pick Miss Kinder, then you're just a Grinch.
This week's What's the Word Wednesday's featured word is infer, which means to make an educated guess. First period classes, count how many times it is used in forms by yours truly, counting through Wednesday of next week.
Congratulations to Miss Sturgill's class for the correct number of times evaluate was used. The correct answer was 16. Sturgill sent a kiddo to the library with a class count to claim your class prize. That was a tongue twister.
Okay. Students, there's a boys basketball game tonight against West Jessamine at 6 p.m. Tanner, let's try this again. Would you like to make an inference about tonight's game?
I think personally our team would win, and if they don't, I'll just cry in a corner.
Okay. It's time to order your yearbook. 6th and 7th graders, if you order before winter break, you get a discounted rate of $15. Use the link on Parent Square to order. Bring checks or cash to the front office. Don't worry, 8th graders. Don't have to order one because you get a free yearbook for just being awesome.
Your News Clues team hopes to have our December birthday segment out by next week. In the meantime, happy birthday to 7th grader Nolan Sutherland.
Your time is today. To know if you're eligible to participate, think about your grades and behavior over the past several weeks. Now make an inference about your eligibility.
Use IC and EOS to check your inference. Do you have a 90% or higher employability in EOS? Are you passing all classes? Have you refrained from getting any office discipline referrals that result in detention, AER, or suspensions, including bus suspensions? If the answer is yes, then you're eligible to join. It is the end of week 1 of 2 Spirit Weeks, and today is Flannel Friday. Thanks for showing festive cheer, Tigers.
And next week is also Spirit Week.
Monday will be Movie Character Day.
Tuesday is Pajama Day.
Wednesday is Dress as a Christmas Tree Day.
Thursday is Ugly Christmas Sweater Day.
You didn't have to try that hard on that one. And Friday is Gray Level Color Day. 6th graders wear green, 7th graders wear red, and 8th graders wear gold because we're cooler than everybody else.
Teachers, look for a slideshow shared by Miss Joyner and add pictures throughout the week.
It's time for a countdown to winter break. Miss Joyner has 6 more presents inside the library. We will keep track of how many days there are until winter break each day. To keep things fair, Miss Joyner will only accept answers in person after 8:20 today. The first student taller than Miss Joyner who stops by the library, which, come on guys, isn't that hard unless you're a 6th or 7th grader, to announce what they're reading over winter break will get a present. We will do this every day until December 16th, which is the final day of school for 2022.
For today's lunch, you have a choice of Mandarin chicken with egg roll or fried rice.
Yeah,
it comes with a fortune cookie, soy sauce, and steamed broccoli. And that's it for today, Tigers. Don't forget to stay tuned for the clues.
On tomorrow's news. See you then.
So can you tell us about the plot of the book?
So the protagonist of the book lives in this really isolated village in the desert, and she lives with her father. He's a single father. Her mother died when she was like 9 years old, and the illness that took her mother has reappeared back into her village, and now her father is infected with it. So at the risk of becoming an orphan, she sets off into the desert by herself to try to find a cure or figure out what's going on. And she ends up teaming up with a young man that she was almost sold as a child bride to a few years earlier. So of course, they're butting heads and they don't like each other, but they're putting aside their differences in order to try to figure out what's going on and how they can solve this problem in their village. And they end up biting off way more than they can chew. There's espionage, and there's these corrupt officials, and there's people trying to track them down and keep them from learning the truth. So it's try to make it adventure at every turn.
So why should students and staff read these books?
Because they love me and I'm awesome, and you should read the books of people that you love who are awesome. Also, every review I've had about it, people say they really like it, and I really poured a lot of heart and soul into it. So read it. It's kind of learning about who you can trust. There's lessons about how long you should trust someone, lessons about forgiveness, lessons about trying to work through your differences, in order to make something a goal that is maybe for two people who didn't share any likenesses in the beginning.
Okay, so can I ask how well the book is doing? Like how many copies you've sold?
I haven't hit like the New York Times bestseller list or anything because I published with a kind of a small market publisher in Michigan, but I mean enough that I know people are reading it and people generally like it.